So Patrice has a very unique way of looking at love and relationships that is a little different than yours. That's why we invited Patrice in here today.
Good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you gave some great advice last time you were on the show, but you haven't heard Patrice's angle yet.
Yeah.
My angle is just basically to cut out the editing system within men.
Mm-hmm.
There's a system that we have, where at the bottom of your gut, you have a feeling. And women can go from the bottom of that gut. I'm reading a couple of chapters of your book. There's some things here that's basically just bottom of the gut things where this is what makes us happy. Men have an editing system in the middle before it gets to our mouth and brain where we're always trying to make someone else feel better before we open our mouths. And I'm trying to cut that editing system out so that actually women can really, truly understand what we want. As opposed to, like, no offense, good things in your book. But it's almost like this book is like if a fish was writing a book to fishermen to say how to catch me. You understand?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would I need help from a fish on how to catch you? That makes no sense. Doesn't exist. That goes against what you really are. This book is, there's no book on how to get men. Or how there's no book that a woman could write on how to get men to get you. That doesn't make any sense. This is more of a woman power thing. I think you have enough power in this game. In the relationship game. That's what I think. I don't think that you need help. Because that's what this book is basically helping women. It's not helping men. Because what we do, this is completely against what we are, animal-wise. This is a book on editing. Like, to give us tips, like I read one thing where it says 1 to 10, the worst things to talk about during a date.
Right.
Don't talk about religion. Don't talk about... It's like... What is there to talk about? You're saying what you don't want to talk about. Again, this is for you. It's not for us.
No, but you listen. That's the idea. These are shortcuts. Do you wanna
Shortcuts to what?
Into her panties? These are the shortcuts. If you're gonna start talking about religion, if you're gonna start talking about your mother, it's gonna take you longer to get. If you're gonna listen,
but ultimately there is no shortcuts. See, shortcuts to a woman's panties ends up being long cuts to my fucking life. You know what I mean? Meaning, you are not teaching women on how to give up pussy and walk away. It doesn't exist.
No, I'm not teaching women. I'm teaching guys how to get beautiful women fast. And yeah, sometimes
this is nothing fast. We're looking for, hey, how are you? Listen, can I just stick my finger in? That's what we're looking for. You just basically, this is a how to pick up women. This doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. But, I mean, no disrespect to this book. But, again, we're talking. See how free you get to be when you tell a guy, here's how you get us. But why don't you listen to how we want to get you? Because we're masters at getting. But, see, here's what you guys don't do. Women don't. You should write a book on how to keep a man, which is your job.
Well, I don't need to keep a man. I have a hard time getting rid of them, right? So,
on what level, though? Let's be honest here. Getting rid of them? Is that what your life is, getting rid of men? That's not that's against your nature.
No, exactly. But I don't need a book on keep a man. Do you know what I mean?
You do need a book on keeping a man.
And I'm not writing for women, you know? I mean, I'm writing for guys.
So basically, when you say you don't need a book...
This is an insight into how to score women that look like me.
That's just impossible. You know how to score you? How do you do that?
Well, I know how to score because I know how to score these kind of women. I've hooked up with these women before.
And how do you do it? How do I score you?
Well,
can any guy score you?
Of course.
Okay.
I've slept with hundreds of men. Therefore, there's plenty of women.
That's beautiful. I like you. I like you a lot for saying that, by the way.
You slept with hundreds?
That's
fantastic.
Honest.
That's fantastic.
I had a very promiscuous young life. And
is that continued?
Because you got to either hold them up or hold them down, to be honest with you.
Could that continue this afternoon?
What I'm saying is like...
She's not answering you.
No, but what I'm saying is that there are certain kind of men that turn women on naturally. And the men that listen, you know what, it's very simple. If you just say to a woman, how do you feel about that? The woman's going to love you because guess what? You're strong but sensitive to me. That's all you're going to say. No, there's no thinking.
You're adding too much thinking to what guys want.
But there is no thinking.
There you go. And here's what you're doing right now. You're telling, this is the thing. You're telling, like, say if I'm a shark swimming around the ocean, you got in the water and just told a shark how to be a shark, and you're a tuna. Like, how do you tell me how to be what I am? Do you feel me? Like, we don't
want
want
to tell you what
we
you already
do
know what
all
you are.
this stuff in this book. A lot of it anyway. I didn't read the whole book. It's things that we already do, but we don't want to do. That's why we're losing. Our existence with you is a complete lie. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No,
We
but,
lie. We don't go from our gut to our mouth.
But I don't encourage
'Cause
to lie. I don't encourage guys to lie.
This is what you're encouraging.
No.
If I want to talk
strong.
about religion, why can't I talk about religion?
You can talk about religion, but
If I
chances
wanna-
are, if she's of different religion, she's going to get turned off and walk
Right
away.
here, there we go. It's the arrogance.
It's better you find
that-
out right away,
Who
though.
gives a shit?
Right.
This is the problem we have. It's all about what is turning you. Fuck you. Like, not trying to be offensive, but fuck what you want. Because really what it boils down to is your vagina.
But do you want to
Wait a
get
minute,
laid
wait a
or
minute.
not? It comes down to how
That's
badly do you want to get
nothing. There you go. You weigh in your existence. This guy here, right?
T.J. Miller.
T.J. Miller.
TJ Miller.
The great T.J. Miller.
Fucking in an $80 million
Doesn't know how to hold a
blockbuster
fucking
movie,
camera
right?
still,
Right.
but
I'm going to
Jesus.
tell you that a vagina, he had to be in a movie, he has to be at comics, he has to be doing what he's doing in life to get some kind of stature just to get your pussy. This is what I'm saying. Women never offer up.
Yours specifically,
no
by the way.
doesn't
I've been doing all this for
impress me,
yours
son.
specifically.
But what? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't impress you, but it fucking should. The fact that I have to have a goddamn good credit, I have to have a nice car.
None of
I
us.
have
Who
to.
gives a shit about good credit? I don't talk about good
Oh, I'm
credit.
sorry. You talk about everything else.
I talk about a
But it's-
bad boy. I talk about being spontaneous and risk-taking.
Who
I talk about
cares?
sense of humor.
What? We
I talk
already
about
know.
confidence and
We already
authority.
know. What do you have to have? But besides
Definitely
the
not
twat,
good credit.
besides the twat, what do women have to have to get a man? You don't have to be charming. How do you get a man without your pussy? How would you get a man?
That is interesting.
How do I get a
Dr.
man?
Z, if you didn't have a pussy, how would you get a man?
How would you?
Well, there's plenty of guys who are into things other than the pussy, unfortunately. You'd be
But I like
surprised.
to.
I'm into
I'm just asking the question. If you didn't have a vagina, and this is I get very passionate about this. Don't think I'm attacking you. But without,
no, I understand.
But wait a second, because here's what you're about to do. You're about to do some woman stuff. You're not going to answer the question. You're going to spin it into
I'm not gonna
actually
spin it.
something else.
I've been to Rio de Janeiro, and if you watch Rio de Janeiro, you see these women. You see these women in quotations that stand there, and then you see guys pulling over and getting blowjobs. Guess what? These are not women. These are transsexual.
This is exactly what I'm saying. What the fuck?
Vaginas have nothing to do with
that had
this.
nothing to do with the question. See, I'm pretty magical with this shit. I knew you was going to switch it up. But what I'm saying is, it has everything to do with it. Vagina, there's no guy in here that's ever gotten pussy in their life because they have a dick. Do you understand what I'm saying? Meaning, we can't just go, look at this dick, ladies. We have to have a skill level, a charm level. We have to have a fucking, how many pages? A 400-page book to read to figure out how to fuck beautiful women. Have you ever charmed your way into dick? Have you ever talked your way into anything? Have you ever been charming?
Absolutely.
Have you ever taken a man out to dinner who didn't want to give you dick, but you fucking talked your way into it?
Actually,
you talked your way into dick before.
I have, believe it or not.
Really? To a man that didn't want to fuck you? Really? What did you do? What were some of those charming things you did to make me want to fuck you and I didn't want to at first?
I think what Patrice is saying...
Wait a minute, TJ, because here's why we fucked up.
Okay.
Because TJ, this is what we do. We don't have ball togetherness, men.
Nope.
Because this is what makes us better than women,
just
too.
sit back and enjoy.
TJ is going to go, ooh, this is a good time to play good cop, bad cop, right? Where it's like, oh, see, Patrice, this is what he's doing. And no offense, but he'll do anything to fuck you. This is what he's doing. But for the basic part of it, we have an objective. And you don't understand this objective. See,
you have an evolutionary objective to fuck as many women as you can.
And you have
We
an evolutionary objective to fuck one guy as much as you can.
Exactly.
Where's your skill to do that?
What do you mean my skill to do
Where's
that?
your skill to fuck? And instead of pretending that these hundreds of men you're proud of, you really want one guy that you can call your man.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but how are you having that? How are you keeping this guy?
How do you think I keep that guy?
The good one. How do you ask me a question with a question? This is what I'm saying. This is all I'm saying is
how do I keep
it's
him?
hard for them
Lots
to
of
admit
good
what they are.
sex.
Exactly. Why? This is what the fuck. This is what they boil themselves down.
He just stood up. He's standing
They
up.
boil themselves down to sex.
And
why are we supposed to make them better? Why are we supposed to make them better than what they think they're selfish?
I also make a good living. Much better living than my man does, so that helps.
Which is why your relationship is on the way out anyway, because you can't deal with having a guy that's less cool than you.
Oh, he's not less cool.
He absolutely is. He's a man that is not better than his woman.
Why is he not better?
Because he doesn't make as much money as you.
But that doesn't define somebody better or worse.
Yeah, it does for
no,
you.
It doesn't.
Yeah, you look at a king.
You
want a king
why?
in your life? Is he your king?
Yeah, he's my king.
How's he your king when you're above him and you're the queen?
I don't think I'm above him.
Queen, king don't exist. It's king, queen.
I'm thinking I'm above him.
You're better than him.
No, I'm not better than him.
You're just enjoying your control right now, but now, as soon as you get done with him, he'll be gone.
I'm not done with him. I mean, we're
you
equal
don't know
in this relationship.
You don't know how to make yourself happy. And not you, women. This is what it boils down to.
I'm an extremely happy person.
There's no way you're happy with a man that's less cool than you.
I don't think he's less cool. He's super cool guy.
Absolutely less cool than you.
Just because he makes less money doesn't make him cool.
Today.
Huh?
Nothing. Patrice. Go ahead. Continue.
I'm just saying you're not tapping in. Listen, I love what I read, but you're not tapping into the animal that you're dealing with. You're tapping into you, which is what women do. You don't tap into us. Us is a different thing from you, and you need to learn about us from us, not from you.
Well, Patrice has a different way of looking at relationships and
No,
stuff like that.
see.
Patrice doesn't like commitment, he doesn't want to be married, likes to keep his
Doesn't like the bullshit of the chase.
I don't dislike commitment. What I don't like, Opie, is I don't like an unhappy guy. A traditional unhappy guy. I don't like a guy.
I don't like an unhappy guy either.
But
and
you have no choice today.
I'm not that big on commitment myself. I think most marriages should be open marriages on both sides.
But that's not to your nature. You decided to go with the guys. Women's nature. Women's nature is not to have.
Of course, because you're talking about years of millennium of evolution.
100 different dicks in you. I don't mind it, but that's not what you crave. Is 100 different dicks. You want one dick that you love. You don't want to. When you say you want 100 different dicks, you're being a guy, but you're not being a guy.
A couple. You'd be surprised. You know what? Women are cheating as much as men do.
Doesn't matter. They're miserable when they're doing it.
Not always miserable.
Women are miserable. You know why? Because there's no satisfaction to how you get dick. You get dick by opening your legs. Do you understand? You just sit here and you sit there and you spread your legs and just go, fellas, one of you, would you like to touch it? We'll all go, yeah. If you had a room full of women and a dick came out and say, put your hands on it, ladies, you would all go, ew, because it doesn't matter how you get dick.
You've been hanging out with the wrong women, Patrice.
I know you try to be different, but we all know.
I don't know.
We all know that you're a girl. You sit down to pee, you have kids, you do things that make you, even the act of
What's so bad about being a girl?
It's just, look, I've done girl things. You ever think you had to take a shit, but you just peed? And you just sitting there and sitting down peeing and how miserable you was just sitting down. Like, what a bitch you felt like. How demoralized you are by going, ugh, I'm sitting down to pee. You ever lay back and pretend like play fuck with your girl and put yourself in missionary position just for a game and the idea of someone you're laying on your back with your legs back and someone is fucking you? It is embarrassing. Bleeding every month for no reason. You are miserable. God made you miserable. You know what guys do that's fun? We have an activity where once in a while, maybe me, once every other day, I kill life. I squirt life anywhere. On my girl's chest, on a sock, anywhere. There's no activity where a woman enjoys just killing eggs. There's no activity where they go, yay, there's an egg on the floor. This is why you're miserable, because your happiness. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Your happiness is based on thinking you're a man.
Wait, but if so,
I
you
don't
want
think I'm
so
done.
you
I
want
love
women to
being a
have
woman. Are you
like
kidding me?
eggs roll out of their body and then just take a hammer and just start smashing.
Well,
their
they don't understand
Well-
what it's like to be frivolous. They're not frivolous with their body. That's
Right.
why I know 100 guys, fucking 100 guys, means nothing to a woman. It's not happiness because there's no gratification to it. There's no hunt. You know what you're hunting? Love. And you don't know how to get
Yeah,
it.
some women
You
hunt
hope.
love.
You hope this guy that you fuck will love you. It's scratching the lottery. You don't know how to get love. Have no clue.
Wow.